Hi guys, hello, hello, hello.
Oops, hold on, do we have audio? There we go. Hi guys, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. It is our Wednesday night Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. Sorry, I'm a little delulu because this is my third taping of the day. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. I don't know if anybody caught today's podcast episode, but life has been lifing lately, but I'm excited to be spending my hump day with all of you. I am wearing a hat tonight. That is mainly because it is raining in LA and my hair is just a hot mess express because the dogs have been like, we have to go potty, we have to go potty. And then we go to go potty and they don't have to go potty. They just want to play in the rain. They want to be like Drew Barrymore, like play in the rain. So my hair's a disaster and I want to make sure I'm also protecting it from the rain. But so I'm in my Kyle Richards era. But I wanted to do a quick, brief recap of Salt Lake City. Obviously, we're technically on a holiday schedule. We don't have an episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City next week, so I won't be going live next week on Wednesday because we don't have Salt Lake City. We have the finale that'll be returning on January 2nd, and we will recap the finale then. But I figured I would come in, do a quick little pop-in recap, and then my friend Sabrina's coming over in a bit, so let's dive into it, shall we? Real Housewives, Salt Lake City, the episode right before the finale, we're still in Bermuda. And Heather and Monica make up after having a fight about who's more single at the pirate dinner, where Heather's like, I'm more single than you are because you're technically still married. And Monica's like, I'm not. Like, yeah, I'm married, like, legally married, but like, I'm single. Like, I can go screw a pirate if I want to screw a pirate. And Heather's like, you just don't understand what it's like to be a single woman with a black eye. And Monica's like, you're crazy. Right. So then the next morning, Heather and Monica are like, we're good. We're fine. Monica says that she thinks that Meredith, she doesn't think that Meredith would create fake accounts to troll the other women. And, she's like, Meredith, I don't think would ever do that, but like, I would totally do that. I would be the one to create fake accounts, which I think by now the theory is out there that, or there's chatter online. That's part of the bombshell that Heather discovers in the finale is that Monica is the one that's really behind all of these fake like bot accounts, these fake like Instagram accounts or whatever that are spilling the tea and trolling all the other women. So it seems like Monica's kind of outing herself in this scene where she's like, I would do something like that. And Heather's like, ha ha ha, no, you wouldn't. You would never do anything like that. That's crazy. And Monica's like, well, I mean, I wouldn't like send myself that information. She's like, but like, why wouldn't I do something crazy like that? And Heather's like, LOL, like so funny. You're so cute. And then Whitney says that she's upset that Heather doesn't talk about her own sex life, but Heather seems to be fine discussing Whitney's sexy photo shoot for Justin in her book. And this like becomes a whole like storyline throughout the episode, which is like really strange that Whitney's like going in because she's like, I'm finally gonna read Heather's book, and then I'm reading Heather's book, and Heather talks about my sex life, but she doesn't talk about her own sex life. Ugh, it was strange. We see Angie K and Whitney and they're playing tennis. We find out that Meredith had cake, even though everyone's mad at her. And they're like, that's weird. That like Heather went to go and she like was cool and chill and she was having cake with people. And like she shouldn't be having cake with people because people are mad at her. And then Whitney says that she's upset with Heather about the was it boudoir or what was the photo shoot? Is Heather, which also strange. Okay, Heather's Mormon. Heather doesn't, and Mormonism, like you are very, you don't drink, you don't curse, you don't do all the things, right? But yet Heather's job is to do sexy photo shoots for women, and Whitney happens to be doing a sexy photo shoot for her husband. Something about that felt really off. But whatever, we're moving on. We get into the Sprinter van. Monica's shaving her legs, which also weird. Like, and they're like, oh, she's like, oh, getting back to my hoe phase. Is this a thing? Like, do women just shave their legs in a car before a date? Like, there's not even any water, there's no shaving cream. Is this normal? Please leave me a comment and let me know if this is normal because I feel like this is strange and bizarre. Because, like, with no water and, like, also if you're, like, shaving your legs, like, doesn't that mean, like, the stubble, your hair stubble, isn't that getting left in the car. Like, I just know as a man, when I shave and I have to shave like my chin and my neck and my face, like you shave and then like you have to like, hit the razor into the sink and like rinse out all of the hair. Like I'm just like to me it's gross like when people clip their nails out in public and they're like clip 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 and they're clipping their nails in public, and it's gross because then you're leaving your nail clippings all over. So for me, I've seen people like I've known like, okay, do a quick shave before we got to go. Like do a quick little shave, do a little shave cream, go in the shower, give a little bath. Like you're trying to move through the motions to go before you have to go out, spray a little perfume up the cooch. Like, listen, I know all of that, but like to be shaving out in public on the go, like that just to me was very bizarre. Seems like nobody in the live chat thinks that that's normal either. Thank God, because to me that was very strange. So Monica shaves. Then we get to the boat. Meredith is on an island on a boat, and she's just like, oh my God, nobody likes me. Everybody's being mean to me, even though she was like hanging out with everybody and having cake with them last night, but they all thought that that was weird. But Meredith is on her island. And then Heather finally faces Meredith about all, the drama from the pirate dinner. And Heather's like, are you behind these accounts? And Heather's like, or sorry, Meredith is like, I'm not behind these things. I didn't do any of this. I don't know where Monica's coming from this. Like, yes, I've talked to Monica, but like, I wasn't saying the things that she's claiming that I've saying. So I'm confused and I'm trying to make sense of it all. And then Meredith reveals that after Palm Springs, she and Monica had a conversation on the flight back home, and that there were some details that Monica had about Angie K and Angie K's family. And she's like, and from there, we ended up having a lunch later after that, and that's where Monica, we were talking about a story about the Greek mafia, and then um Monica asks if Angie K might be part of the Greek mafia because she's Greek, and Meredith says that she didn't know if Angie K was or was not part of it, which I believe Meredith. I believe that like there was a comment about the Greek mafia. Like we've all been there, right? We're like, LOL, like, oh my God, the mafia. Oh my God, a gang. Oh my God, whatever. Something crazy and salacious. Oh my God, hookers. Oh my God, do you think so and so would ever be a hooker? Oh my God, she looks like a hooker. Like you just make stupid jokes and you make dumb flippant comments that really don't mean anything. And you don't like actually mean like, oh yeah, I believe this person is part of the Greek mafia. It is what it is, right? So apparently they Google Greek mafia and are trying to get details. Again, it feels like very dumb high school salacious gossipy type of stuff, like OC IMDb, like looking up Heather Dubrow's IMDb page level. And then Meredith pulls Monica aside and she's like, okay, I'm confused by this. Like, how do you think that I thought that Angie K was part of the Greek mafia and you're telling the other women this? And she's like, no, I never said that. She's like, I just, said these things, but I didn't actually say that. And Meredith is kind of like, but like everybody believes this based off of the information that you are saying. And then Lisa Barlow decides to insert herself and she starts yelling at Meredith and she's like, I don't know if we should just throw her overboard. Like, just be honest, own it, baby, own it. And Meredith is like, I have nothing to own. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. So they're going back and forth because Lisa Barlow is just like, Lisa Barlow is having her moment where she feels vindicated. And Meredith is like, I don't even know what you're going off about because I just feel like I've tried to explain to you guys that I've had no sort of like part of any of this, and the things that Monica's even saying, like, I'm confused about because Monica's claiming things that I never even actually said. And like, yes, we did have these conversations, but she's like taking things out of context and she's leaving details out about everything. And Heather kind of seemed to have that moment in it too, where she realized, oh, maybe Monica's not telling us the full story. No, Monica only tells us half the story in a lot of things. But the girls believe Monica and they say Meredith's story doesn't add up. And then Whitney jumps in and she's like, yeah, Meredith, you did the same thing to me. And you told me that Lisa was doing sexual favors for Vita tequila placement and for jazz tickets. And Meredith's like, I never said that. And even when they replay the clip and they show the flashback, Meredith doesn't actually say that. That's more of Whitney interpreting what Meredith said the way that she did, and then running loose with it and deciding to bring it up on camera and spread it far and wide. So I'm like, I don't I disagree with Whitney in this because I think Whitney is messy. I think she was trying to be messy. And I think she ran with her understanding of what she thought Meredith was saying, even though that's not what Meredith actually said. Like Meredith said one thing or alluded to one thing and like kind of was like, I don't know, you never know. And then I think Whitney just took it and ran with it. Like Whitney is messy and Whitney causes drama. But then Meredith and Angie end up squashing the beef, and then Meredith and Lisa end up bonding on the Sprinter van back after the yacht, which is weird because Lisa was just yelling at Meredith, but then Meredith is like, "Oh my God, Brooks just got signed to Ford models." And at first I was like, Tom Ford? Ford the cars? Like, what type of Ford are we talking about? I'm assuming Tom Ford. But Ford models, and that's like huge and major, even though when Meredith is talking to Brooke, she doesn't really even seem that excited by it. She's like, "Oh wow, honey, that's really good. Wow, good for you. That's a big agency. Yeah." So then we see them start to get glammed. They're getting ready for dinner. And Whitney looks rough. Like I thought, like Whitney, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, Whitney's like one of the most naturally pretty girls. And listen, we all have our moments. We all have our flaws when we don't have makeup on. Like I get it. But like Whitney was looking rough without makeup. And I was like, girl, what happened to you? Hmm. But Monica's upset that Meredith is mad at her and she doesn't understand. She's like, how can Meredith be upset with me when she should be upset with Lisa? And then we get to dinner and Monica finally brings that up and she's just like, I don't understand why you're so like annoyed at me when I wasn't the only one that participated in this and Lisa is the one that was screaming at you. And again, it doesn't really add up to me. And then Lisa's like, well, the reason Meredith and I can fight like that is because we're basically like sisters and sisters fight. But like at the end of the day, we're still loyal to each other. We still love each other and we're still going to come back to each other. So I get it from that sense. I get that dynamic. Monica's new. And so if Meredith feels apprehensive about you as you being the newbie, that's different than her having a history with Lisa Barlow and they have their ups and downs in their friendship. So Monica gets upset at Meredith, because of this, and Meredith tries to explain it to her, but like doesn't really care. Lisa then, tries to defend it, but then breaks down about Jack having to leave, and she's talking about how this has been a really tough year for her because Jack's going on his mission, and it's just been tough. And she's like, that's why I've been so emotional lately, and that's why I've been so erratic lately. Is I'm dealing with other stuff, and I'm dealing with Jack's being in a really bad or not a bad, but like in a big life transition that I guess to Lisa, I don't think any mother would be like, yeah, I want my child to like go on a mission and go around the world and travel to different parts of the country where, they have to follow this religion. Like, I think Lisa maybe feels conflicted. She's not ready to let her kids leave the nest yet, but, you know, it is what it is. But then they decide to go to the oldest bar in Bermuda. And while we're at the oldest bar and probably on drink number 25, at this point, Whitney decides, oh, this will be a good idea to approach Heather about her book. Because in her book, she talks about my vagina. And in her book, she talks about me doing a sexy photo shoot for my husband. And it's just so hypocritical because Heather won't talk about her sex life and she feels uncomfortable talking about her sex life, but yet she wants to talk about my sex life. And Whitney thinks that Heather exploited her sexuality to try and sell books, which I think is just a bit ludicrous. I don't think Heather needed to sell Whitney's vagina in order to sell some books. I think Whitney does a great job of that on her own. And I actually am leaning more towards Team Heather. I just feel like Whitney always jumps on these things that like don't have much weight to them. And it's just strange to me, she's messy and she likes to stir the pot and she likes to cause drama. But then in cases like this, I'm like, but there's no leg to stand on. Like, there's no drama here to jump on. Like, Heather mentioned a funny anecdote in the book that didn't really mean anything. I do get the hypocrisy of being the anecdote was centered around sex, which talks about my sex life, and Heather doesn't want to talk about her own sex life, and that just feels unfair that like Heather won't talk about her sex life, but she wants to talk about my sex life. I get that. I do get that. But at the same time, it's also just like, it's it's not that deep. And so for Whitney to go so hard and for her to yell at Heather, and then Heather storms off and she's like, in the street, like she's on Love is Blind. And she's like, don't talk to me. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I don't want to be with her. Don't say anything to me. And the producer's like, well, I can't leave you alone. She's like, I don't care. So it just Whitney stirs the pot. Whitney is drama. But now we have one episode left. It is the finale, and then we get to the reunion in January, which looks so. It's Miss Juicy Baby. So let's see. We have the finale on the 2nd, and then I'm assuming we're getting a 3-part reunion. So we'll have reunion the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd, and then Vanderpump comes back on the 30th. So I feel like we're gonna have a solid January. The Salt Lake City reunion, I hear, is insane because they're gonna. So the rumor is that Monica is part of the big bombshell. That Heather realizes that she's the one that's behind all the fake troll accounts that have been coming after the women and trying to leak the tea on Angie K. So we have that, and then there's something about the black eye. I don't know what specifically about the black eye, but there's someone about the black eye. There's some new information that gets revealed in the finale about the black eye that's not related to the Bermuda trip, I don't believe. It's not like Monica gave her the black eye. Maybe it was Jen Shaw. I don't know. We're supposed to get some information finally. So we at least have one more episode, and we know that at least in one more episode, we will have something interesting. Oh, what is this? Shift 7. Oh, I don't know what that did. Wait, I'm going to test this out. I'm going to do Shift 7. Nope, that didn't do anything. I was just testing something out. Workshopping. But yeah, and that was the end of the episode. And then we have the next episode. We see the bombshell. We see Heather confront everybody. She's like, we have the receipts and the timeline and the evidence of what actually went down. So I'm thinking Monica gets exposed in the finale. I mean, we know that when the season was announced, none of the women wanted, or like, remember when Lisa Barlow cut Monica out of the cast photo when she posted it? None of them seem to be talking to her. The only one that does kind of seem to be talking to her is Meredith, which I find interesting because with Meredith, she's the one that should be the most upset at Monica because she was the one that was going down. She was the one that was taking all the heat from it. So, yeah. Okay, any closing thoughts, feelings, or vibes? He's texting. Oh my God, Rummy is hilarious. He's texting back the Amish. They want their hat back. Okay, no, I'm going to show you my hair because you're giving me shit. My hair looks so insane because it's been raining in LA and I've had to take the dogs out. And at first, I didn't realize how bad it was raining. So my hair's just been a hot mess express. So I wear the hat because I don't have any hoods. So I wear the hat to block the rain from getting my hair any more wet. And listen, if it looks a little Amish, I don't even care. It's a cute vibe with my denim jacket. It's a cute vibe. It's a cute vibe. It's a cute. It's a cute. It's a cute vibe. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Ah, you look just darling. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. It looked fantastic this morning. Fuck it. It did this morning, and then after this morning, it didn't look as fantastic. It's because they were both involved. Meredith and Monica probably. That would make sense as to why Meredith would forgive Monica. Meredith doesn't care about anything except wine and bubble baths. Yeah. You could make some sick wooden furniture in that hat. Oh, yeah. I can make some butter. I'd be like, "Chick, chick, 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 chick." Oh my God, that's going to turn into a dirty meme at some point. Thank you, guys. Well, if I'm going to make it a meme, I'll just do it. I'm making some butter. I'm like, "Chick, chick, 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 shake the butter, shake the butter, shake the butter, shake the butter. Pooh, we got some butter. Do you need your muffin buttered? Oh, baby. Shebang, bang. You could be a farmer in those clothes. Ride it, my pony. I'll ride it, my pony. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, sorry. Like I said, guys, I'm in the Delulu mode. Been up early. This is my third taping of the day, and I'm just a little tired. Ooh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Definitely butter. I'm never gonna get over Meredith deflecting the whole convo by shaking the butter the whole time. It was great. It was great. Don't start milking your titties. Titty, 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 rocking everywhere, rocking everywhere. I found you, Miss New Titty. Come on and bring it back, titty. I really wanted to love Monica. I still kind of love Monica, even though she's crazy and unhinged. How do we feel that Heather gave production an ultimatum about Monica? She won't film with her. Apparently, sounds very Teresa. She says she has no interest in filming with Monica. I don't know if that's a full ultimatum or if she'll honor that or how that'll all play out. But Monica commented and she was like, I don't know if this will be my last season, if you'll never see me again, who knows? And then there was the thing about Jack being hospitalized. So I talked about it on today's podcast, but Lisa Barlow tweeted that Jack has been in the he's in Colombia on mission, but he's been in the hospital for the past 3 days, and it's really hard because she can't be there with him, but the doctors are working hard to figure it out and see what's wrong with him. So yes, that was a tidbit of tea that was revealed in the podcast. Remy says, trust me, she will retract the comment very quickly if she loses the opportunity for her paycheck. Bravo is known for hating ultimatums. Exactly. There's no ultimatum that's going to stick. So, Heather, relax, chill. Okay. Peace, bitch. Oh, okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining me live tonight. There will not be a Wednesday night live next week because it is Christmas. It's Jesus's birthday. Go Jesus. It's your birthday. Go Jesus. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. So it's Jesus's birthday. So we're going to celebrate and we're not going to have a Wednesday night live because there's also no new episode of Salt Lake City. But January 2nd, it's back on, baby. It's back on. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I will talk to you later, Skater. I have to go and get ready. My friend Sabrina's coming over and we have to get the studio together because they got some new wallpaper and we're going to hang up the new wallpaper and it's going to be, oh, Zach, what do you want for Christmas? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. We'll see what Santa brings me this year. I haven't even really gotten into all of my Christmas time. I haven't done all my Christmas shopping. It's been a week. Going through it this week, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. I promise. I promise. I promise. They aren't allowed to sue each other. Well, the stipulation, technically it's not suing her, it's suing her company who sued her. Yeah, exactly. So that's how they got away with all of the suing stuff is Beauty Lab is suing Monica and Monica is suing Beauty Lab. So that's the stipulation. They're not suing each other directly. They're suing the businesses. Okay, guys. Thank you. If you haven't listened to today's podcast episode, I think a lot of you will enjoy it. I've gotten so many good, sweet messages about it. So listen to it. See if it resonates with you. Take what you need and do what you got to do. But enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your weekend. We have one more episode that'll drop on Thursday of a bonus episode that drops on a Friday. We also have our bonus episodes that I do with Donna Bowling where we recap Beverly Hills. That'll be on Sunday. So, yeah. Ooh, Remy says double Mercury retrograde. Maybe that's it. It's been an interesting week and I've gone through a real wild range of emotions. And so it's nice that I have my friend Sabrina coming over. I've been in like a mode of like, I'm not wanting to sit with myself in the discomfort of all of this. So it'll be nice to have a friend and to order some pizza and to drink some wine and to put up some wallpaper and to like get the studio together. Cause I was like, I'm feeling ambitious. I'm going to do this. And then I started doing it. I was like, I can't do this alone. So I'm like, Sabrina, do you want to come over and hang out with me? So Sabrina's on her way right now. And I have to like straighten out a little bit. because the apartment is a disaster because I feel like I've mentally and emotionally been a disaster. Good news, no retrograde 3 months straight beginning in 2024. Thank God. Babe, your hair is gorgeous. My hair, I need to get my hair done soon. Maybe I'll go red. Maybe I'll be like, fuck the blonde. I'm just going to go redhead. But, okay, I'll leave you with this. Beautiful disaster. Beautiful trauma. Beautiful trauma. Okay, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful... Oh, God. This is truly embarrassing. We are not ending on this note. Rummy. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening. And we will be back with our Wednesday night recaps January 2nd when the finale airs. And I cannot fucking wait. It's going to be so good. All right. I love you. Appreciate you. I've said that a million times, but ciao for now. Bye, guys.